everyone. If I'm a new or unfamiliar face to you, my name is Brianna Carey, and I will be guiding you through grounding and healing practice today. My student today's name is Jadine. She's also my mom, so you might hear me say mom. She's resting in child's pose, and that's where we'll begin today. So grab your blocks if you have them. Water bottles also work as blocks, just something maybe to make your arms longer or bring the ground a little bit closer, and then join us here. You don't necessarily have to have a yoga blanket, but this is nice extra support for your knees if you're practicing on a hard surface and not carpet. A towel also works as a yoga blanket or as even a yoga mat, so don't feel like you have to have a mat to join us in this practice today. But we'll go ahead and get started. So find your way into child's pose. Bring your knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes to touch behind you. You can reach your arms forward like my mom is resting here, and you can just let your brow space be heavy. If this isn't comfortable to you, you can slide a block underneath your brow. Mom, will you just slide a block underneath your brow right there? That brings the earth a little bit closer. Block has many levels. So flat level, a medium, and then a nice high level. If the hips feel really, really heavy and uncomfortable, you can also slide a block just underneath the heels and prop your hips a little bit. We'll just start with some deep breaths. So just listen for the sound of your own breath. Breathing all the way in to your low belly. And then taking an open mouth exhale, loud enough for you to hear, acting as if you could fog up the mat. In yoga, we have something called Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. You can invite in the Ujjayi breath by breathing in through your nose and then out through your nose. The benefits to the Ujjayi breath are that it builds heat and moisture in your body, that it soothes and calms your central nervous system. It's a tool and a type of breath that you can use on and off of your mat. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath in and 2 more rounds of breath out. Inhale and exhale. You can remove the block from underneath the brow. We'll take a little side body stretch. So begin to walk your fingertips towards the top right corner of your space. No need to stack the hands, but press your left rib cage out and keep your left hip heavy towards your left heel. Maybe the brow space is soft and maybe it lifts gently, but you should be able to feel some sensation in your left rib cage. If you can't, reach a little further over. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the left hip down. Inhale, softly walk your fingertips towards the center and then gently walk them in the opposite direction to point towards the top left corner of the room that you're in or the top left corner of your mat. Reach your right rib cage out a little bit. Breathe into your left side body and glue your right hip down. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Softly walk your fingertips back to center and gently come up into a nice tall seat. We'll meet in Sukhasana, easy pose. So just a cross-legged seat. There are options in a cross-legged seat. So you can take a block and you can slide a block up underneath your hips to sit a little bit higher. That will also lengthen out and give you more space in your hips. But find a nice tall seat, pull the belly button back, keep the shoulders soft, keep the face soft. Lessen the tension in your face. We tend to hold a lot of tension in that space. And then we're going to try on some different breath, another tool that can go on and off of your mat. a tool if you have a presentation or if you're trying to get over some anxiety in preparation for something that's beautiful and very supportive. It's called alternate nostril breathing. So mom, bring your thumb and your right finger out, kind of like a pointer finger, little L shape in your hands, and bring your right thumb to your right nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. Before you exhale, glue your left nostril shut. Breathe out through your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril, sealing the right nostril. Exhale, seal your left nostril. Breathe out through your right nostril. Mom, please take a few of these breaths on your own. We'll take 3 more rounds on this side and we'll switch it up. Take your time. One more round. Breathe in through your left nostril and out through your right. Remove your right hand from your face, and then we'll switch sides, bringing that L shape into the left hand, the official direction of an L, right? And then we'll glue our left nostril shut, breathing in through our right nostril, sealing the right nostril as we exhale out through the left. You're here for 5 more rounds. Breathe in and breathe out. 4 more rounds of breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. You've got 2 more rounds of breath in. And you've got 2 more rounds of breath out. Last one, Mom. Gently remove your hand down from your face. Find a nice tall seat. Your hands usually face down to be more rooted. Your hands can face up to receive. Take a full breath in and take a full breath out here. Notice a shift in your energy, a shift in your focus, and then when you're ready, inhale your arms up high, your biceps to frame your ears, soften your shoulders, down your back. Rotate your pinky fingers very softly inward. Gaze up a little bit if there's a lot of tension in the back body. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale your left fingertips down. Reach up and over with your right. Yeah, rotate your right armpit up towards the sky. You can find a little more leverage by placing a little tent in your left fingertips if you need it. Inhale. Exhale, reach one more time. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, your right fingertips down, reach up and over. A little tent in your right hand, left armpit up towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, glue the left sits bones down. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, goalpost your arms, shine your hands forward. Inhale, exhale, curl and bow your chin to your heart. Inhale, open the arms, lift up the heart, pull the belly button up, lift the chin. Exhale, curl in. Yeah, keep it going. 2 more rounds. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, curl the spine. 1 more time. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close it off. Gently rest your hands back to your knees. We'll take a little twist here. Begin to move your right hands behind your back so that you have a little tent there. Reach across the body with the left arms and then twist to your right. Inhales help you lengthen. gluing and pressing down through your left sits bones. The exhale helps you twist from upper to mid back. So think about only moving from your bottom rib. You have a floating rib there. Twist from there instead of from your lower body. Inhale, softly come back through the center. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Glue your right sits bone down, pull the belly button back. On your inhale, softly come back through center and just pause here in the middle. We'll begin to move our hands forward and adjust your feet for Baddha Konasana. So press the soles of your feet together, open up your legs right here. Soles of feet pressing together in a nice tall seat. Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together. Lengthen out your back body. Grab one of your blocks and just move it in front of your toes. Take a full breath in. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Stack your block on top of your feet so that you are supported in your brow space. Yeah. Curl in. Press the sits bones down and back. And breathe here, all the way in and all the way out. Inhale and exhale. Really beautiful. One more full breath in and one more full breath out. Softly remove your block from between the feet and the brow space. Reach your arms forward and then begin to walk your fingertips over to the right until you feel a stretch in your left rib cage. You'll find that sensation moves in pretty quickly. And just stay here for a moment, lengthening the crown of your head, the roof of your mouth forward. Gaze down a little bit. Let those wrinkles in the back of your neck go. On your inhale, softly walk your fingertips back through center and then reach in the opposite direction. Right sits bones stay glued. Lengthen out the back body by reaching the crown of the head forward and the roof of the mouth forward. So good. On your inhale, softly come back through center. And then this time, come all the way up and over into a tabletop pose. Yeah, as gracefully as you can, stack your hips over your knees and stack your wrists underneath your shoulders. Check that you have a long line of energy in the front line and then also in the back line. Pull your belly button up and in. That automatically lifts and protects, takes care of your lower back. Spread your fingers wider than you think you can and press firmly to your thumb and forefinger to take care of your wrist. If you still have tension in your wrist, you can always take knuckle flesh down. On your inhale, move through cow pose. Drop your belly low to the earth. Lift up your sits bones, lift up the crown of your head, and open up the front line. Open up the heart space. On your exhale, tuck and curl into cat. Yeah, gaze toward your navel. Gaze in between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Use the entire length of your breath to lift up. Exhale, cat, tuck, and curl. One more round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly low. Exhale, lift up your back body. So good. Inhale to a neutral tabletop, lengthen out. Again, when you're ready, press firmly into your left hand. And for those of you at home, you have the option to slide a block underneath your left hand. When you're ready, inhale your right fingertips high. Press the earth away. We bring the earth a little closer and make my mom's arm a little bit longer here. Know that that's available to you if this reaching twist doesn't feel good. Let your inhale help you lift up a little higher and lean back into that twist, rotating your left rib cage under. Take a full breath in. Exhale, thread your needle. Reach your right arm through the gap between your left hand and your left knee. You can remove the block, Mom, just for the twist. And then lean all of your weight into your right shoulder and the right side of your head. Should feel a stretch along the outside of the right shoulder and a stretch in the neck. Decide what's comfortable in your left arm. You can play with it. You can reach forward. Hand can rest underneath the shoulder. But find something that feels good. Check that you're pressing evenly through both of your knees. Good adjustment, mom. Inhale and exhale here. Move your left hand underneath your shoulder. You can always bring that block back if you need it, just an option. And then press and reach your right arm high. Exhale your right hand back down to the earth. Pull that belly up and in again. We tend to lose the strength in our core. When you're ready, you can move the block under the right hand if you need it on the other side. Inhale your left fingertips high. Take a full breath in, reach up and reach back just slightly. Exhale, thread your needle. Left ear and left shoulder heavy to the earth. Left palm facing up towards the sky. Right hand resting wherever it feels comfortable, pressing equally into both of your knees. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale your right hand back underneath your shoulder. Push the earth away. Reach your left fingertips for the sky. Exhale your left hand down underneath your shoulder. Inhale through cow pose. Drop your belly low. Lift up your heart, your sits bones, soften your brow. Exhale, tuck and curl into cat. So inhale to a neutral tabletop and pause. When you're ready, walk your hands back to meet your knees and come to standing on your knees. Yeah, stand all the way up on your knees and then decide if the knees have enough support right now. If they don't, if you have a nice thick blanket, you can move the blanket underneath your knees. It gives you a little more leverage and a nice cushion if you have sensitive knee joints, which is a very, very common. We're going to move through something called gate pose. So you can place the blocks down in front of you to lift up one of your knees. So when you're ready, mom, move your right foot towards the outside edge of your mat. Parallel your inner right arch towards the right edge of your mat, or flex your right toes up towards the ceiling. Decide what feels best. Begin to lift your hands away from the blocks. Come to standing on your left knee with the toes up or the inner arch down, whatever feels best in your body's yogis at home. And then reach your fingertips high. Pull the belly button back in, knit that bottom row of ribs back in. Inhale. Exhale to gate pose. Reach down to your right leg. Reach up and over with your left hand. Rotate your right rib cage under and move your gaze toward the eye of your elbow. Yeah, we're only here for a couple more rounds of breath in and a couple more rounds of breath out. Inhale, reach both of your fingertips high. Exhale, softly reach down for those blocks in front of you. We'll take a gate fold. Walk your hands up further. Keep that right leg out. Keep on walking them up all the way until your heart begins to reach down towards the earth. Yeah, you can remove your hands from the blocks. Maybe your forearms rest down. Maybe the space between your brow rests down. Notice how your right foot wants to move towards the earth. This is a gate fold. Pause in this fold and breathe. Feel new sensation in this variation of gait. And then when you're ready, begin to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Keep the foot out where it is, and we'll take some gate cat-cows. So keep the inner arch on your right foot pressing down. Inhale, pull your heart forward, lift your sits bones up. On your exhale, tuck and curl into cat. Only in the spine, keep that foot reaching out. 2 more on your own, mom. Breathe in as you lift the heart. Breathe out as you move energy between your shoulder blades. So good. 1 more round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to a neutral tabletop, bringing your right knee down to meet your left. We'll move through gate pose on the other side. So begin to walk your hands back to meet your knees. You can move those blocks back underneath your hands so you have a little leverage, a little prop. And then begin to move your left foot out towards the outside edge of your mat. Parallel your inner arch with the left edge of your mat, pressing through your pinky toe edge Or send your left toes up, energetically flexing left toes towards the knee. Decide what feels good and supportive on the hip. When and only if you are ready, begin to remove your hands from your blocks. Lift your fingertips up high and pause here. Breathe. Find space to soften. Maybe it's in the jaw. Maybe it's in the space between your eyebrows. Snap the belly button back. Inhale. Exhale your left fingertips down. Reach up and over with your right fingertips. Little to no weight in your left fingertips. We don't want a lot of extra pressure on our knee joint. Press that right hip out. Knit that bottom rib in. Inhale. Stay and soften on your exhale. Inhale, slowly come back up through center. Exhale your hands down to the blocks or the earth in front of you. Begin to gently walk your hands forward and then make your way to the gatefold. Usually we have to parallel the inner arch towards the left edge of our mat. And then let the third eye center rest heavy to the earth. Lengthen your arms as much as you need to. Breathe into new sensations in the inner thigh, the outer hips. Inhale. And exhale. Really, really beautiful work. One more full breath in. And one more full breath out. Walk your hands gently back underneath your shoulders. No really graceful way to get out of it. Pause with your hands underneath your shoulders and take some gate cat-cows. Inhale to pull your heart forward. Notice the rotation of the hip back. Exhale, tuck and curl. Rotate the tailbone in. So good. Gaze towards your belly button. Take two more on your own. Yeah, exhale, tuck and curl. Last round, breathe in. Last round, breathe out. Inhale to a neutral, tabletop, really beautiful breath. Mom, check in on your breath. Be sure that you're matching one breath to one movement, that you're soothing yourself in all of these sensations with lots and lots of breath, yogis. Begin to walk your hands back towards your knees. We're going to take a modified camel pose. So begin to stand on your knees. Yeah, you can move that mat or that blanket if you don't need it. Squeeze the block in between your thighs. Notice my mom knows her modifications and her variations. Yogis, sometimes for those of you who practice with me, we windmill the arms around into the back, but today we're going to interlace our hands and place them behind the head. Create a basket grip behind your head. This is about opening up the chest and the throat very gently. When you're ready, begin to press the back of the head into the hands. Press your hips forward. Maybe you squeeze your glutes. Engage and lift up your belly. Lift up your ribs. Stick your tongue out for your exhale. Lion's breath. Squeeze that block in between your thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Lion's breath. We've got one more. Inhale and one more exhale. You can breathe all the way in, all the way out. Keep that heart open. Inhale slowly. Bring your spine back upright and then gently drop your hips to your heels. Lower your hands down to your thighs for a moment. This is Thunderbolt pose. Notice how my mom covers her heart with her hands. That's to feel new sensation. To acknowledge anything that came up for you. Sometimes camel pose can trigger emotion. Sometimes it can bring up nausea or feelings, physical feelings of trauma or sensitivity. Just breathe into that space. We're here for 3 more rounds of breath. Take your time, close your eyes. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Yogis, the counter posture for camel pose is rabbit pose. Today we're going to take a modified rabbit pose. So zip up your knees. Yeah, if it doesn't feel good to set your hips to your heels, you can place a block between your hips and your feet like this. So know at home that this is a variation for you. Notice that my mom has already prepared for modified rabbit pose. We're going to create that basket back behind our head. When we're ready to move in towards rabbit, we'll bring the elbows in together, squeezing pressure into our head with our hands and pressing the head back into the hands. When you're ready, begin to move into rabbit. Tuck your chin energetically towards your chest. Lead with the crown of your head and place the crown of your head down, maybe to a block at the top of your knees or maybe down to the earth. Squeeze those forearms in towards one another and then lift the hips away from the heels, moving even further onto the crown of your head and stretching out the back of your heart. We have some restricted breath here, but don't be alarmed. Take a full breath in, you can, and take a full breath out. On your inhale, slowly begin to unwind, dropping your hips towards your heels, and then slowly coming up, pausing with your elbows wide, and then dropping your hands softly to rest down to the tops of your legs. Yogis know that that block can be between the feet and hips at any time. Know that that blanket can be between or beneath your knees at any moment. Take a full breath in and take a full breath out. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Gently make your way back into a tabletop pose. Again, blanket underneath the knees. If there's any sensitivity, we want you comfortable and supported in this restorative practice. Yogis, inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly low. Lift up your sit bones, lift up your heart, lift up your chin. On your exhale, tuck and curl in cat. Lift up the back body, pull your belly button up towards the ceiling. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and curl for cat one more time. Inhale to a neutral tabletop, yogis, and then we'll move through crocodile pose. So begin to lay down on your belly, just lowering the belly all the way down to the earth. Find a stack of your hands, underneath your forehead. Yeah, create a little shelf and rest the forehead down. What I really want you to do now is move your breath into the low belly, into the low back. Press the earth away with your belly. If you have anatomy in the way, in any way here, you can always use a block underneath the forehead. Yeah, you can create a little shelf for your arms to give space for belly or chest. But move your breath into the lowest parts of your belly and feel your abdomen and your lower back strengthening. Continue to press the tops of your feet down into the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, one more inhale and one more exhale. Yogis, we'll begin to move to sleeper pose. If you've never been there before, this is how we move into it. Mom, you're going to move your right arm to a cactus or to a goalpost. I'm going to create this shape behind her. Left ear goes heavy to the mat. You can also cactus your left arm if that feels good. And then she's going to begin to move her right leg out. Create a 90-degree bend in your right knee. This is also a modified prone frog. Press your inner thigh on your right leg down into the earth. Yeah, you got it. And pause here. Breathe here. Flex your toes. Don't lose the energy in any part of your body and continue to breathe in to the depths of your belly. In through your nose and out through your nose. Stay connected to your Ujjayi breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to reach your left fingertips forward. Begin to roll on to your left side. It's okay to roll off of your mat. Take up as much space as you need. Begin to unwind, reaching your right arm directly out in a T, moving your left arm in line, and then pausing in a supine twist. Yeah, so in this supine twist, get comfortable. Adjust your hips as you need to, maybe a block. Yeah, maybe a block can rest underneath your leg. Block has many levels. That's the level good for my mom, but maybe there's a different level that works better in your body. You can keep a goalpost in the arms, you can tee out the arms, or just find something comfortable. I like to gaze in the opposite direction of my knee, but maybe that doesn't work in your body. When you're ready, breathe in. Exhale to very softly unwind, breath out. Remove the block from underneath the knee, gotcha. And then come back into crocodile to reset in the middle. Maybe you put your opposite hand on top. This time we'll take sleeper on the opposite side. So mom, begin to cactus out your left arm. Yeah, and then when you're ready, begin to move the left knee out. You can also cactus your right arm. Yeah, flex your toes and create a 90-degree angle in your left leg this time. Untuck these toes, relax them. Yeah, there you go. And then breathe into the low belly, all the way in and all the way out. One more full breath in. One more full breath out. Begin to reach your right fingertips forward. Create a little pillow for your arm as you roll onto your right side. Unwind, shuffle the right hip under if you need to, and then roll all the way around. Glue your left shoulder down, tee out or cactus your arms, supine twist. Breathe in and breathe out. You can place the block underneath the knee here. Inhale and exhale, yogis. One more full breath in. Exhale, begin to unwind, reaching your left arm back around, coming into that fetal position, and then moving back to crocodile pose with your hands resting underneath your brow. And when you're ready, softly press the earth away with your hands, moving your hands back underneath your shoulders, moving up through a tabletop pose, dropping your hips back to your heels, and then sweeping the legs all the way around for a seated twist. We'll pause here and take a seated forward fold. So lengthen your legs out long in front of you. Flex your toes energetically back towards your torso. Notice this deep bend in her knees. We're not going for who has the straightest legs, but we're going to a place and space of support. Pull the belly button up and in. Rotate the inner thighs down. Reach your arms high to stretch out your side bodies. If there's anatomy in the way, pick it up, lift it out of the way, and then fold forward. Otherwise, hollow out your belly, snap the belly button back, and then continue to press your sits bones back as you lengthen your heart forward. Keep the chin away from your chest this time. We don't want to curl in and crunch our cervical spine or upper to mid back. Just find length here. Breathe all the way in. And breathe all the way out. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale, slowly bring your shoulders back up over your hips. Yogis, bring yourself to find your block or your blanket. Mom, I've got you, I've got you. And then we're gonna move into cobbler's pose. So cobbler's pose, place the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. And then find your block at the base of your spine. You guys can't see her back body, but at the base of her spine, or just a block width distance away. If the block is too stiff of a tool in this, you can roll up that nice thick blanket, which I'm gonna switch out her block for a blanket instead. And we can make it a lot more comfortable, but we'll rest here for a few rounds of breath. So we're going for block or blanket to support the middle back. Mom, when you're ready, lean on back. Your back is going to fold over this blanket. It's there for you. Cactus out your arms. Yogis, this is comfortable for her. It doesn't mean that it'll be comfortable for you. Usually requires adjustments. Maybe something behind your head as a little extra support. Not everyone's head rests all the way down to the earth, but once you can find comfort and support in this posture, there are incredible benefits. Maybe you close your eyes here, breathing all the way in, and breathing all the way out. You can play with different arm variations. Yogis, you can reach your arms above your head for opposite hand to opposite elbow, a little stretch in the shoulders. You can tee out your arms and just take up space. You can let your arms rest down by your sides. Breathe all the way into your low belly. Breathe all the way out. One more inhale. And one more exhale. If you find comfort and serenity, release in this posture, now that you've made your way to comfort, please stay. I'm going to show you fish pose. Mom, begin to extend your legs long. Keep your heart lifted. Yeah, lengthen out one leg and lengthen out the other. And then, Mom, begin to shuffle your elbows underneath your shoulders. Create a little shelf. It's no really graceful way to get up. Yeah, there you go, you got it. Fingertips reach down by the glutes. Lift your heart up towards the sky and then drop your head down towards the earth. Maybe it reaches all the way to the earth, maybe not. But feel the openness of the throat and the heart. Squeeze your elbows together to lift your heart a little bit higher. Stick your tongue out for lion's breath here. For our biggest relief, inhale. Open mouth, exhale, stick your tongue out. Be silly, be free here. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Softly come out of this. You can roll on to your side if you need to remove the blanket or the block. And then come all the way down onto your back. Pull both of your knees in towards your heart. Give yourself a hug. And then move gently to legs up the wall. Yeah, lift your heels up towards the sky. Yogis, lucky for you at home, you can move to a wall. This is a resting posture, healing on the lower back and healing and soothing to the digestive system. You can slide a block or blanket there or rest those heels. Use your tools. We're here for 3 rounds of breath in and 3 rounds of breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more full breath in, and one more full breath out. Gently pull your knees into your heart. Wrap yourself in a deep hug, a deep squeeze. Bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Inhale. Exhale into final Shavasana. Let the back body get heavy. You can place a block or a little pillow, like a rolled up thick blanket underneath your head. Let your fingers and your toes be heavy. Let your breath be intentional but organic. Soften the jaw. Soften the space between your brows. Yogis, the final Shavasana is where you'd like to end today. I invite you to do so. If you'd like to move forward with me, you can begin to wiggle your fingers, and wiggle your toes, to open your mouth and close your hands, to take a long body stretch, reaching your arms long above your head and pointing your toes. Roll onto your favorite side into a supported fetal position, your bicep, your pillow. Take your time getting there. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. Softly press yourself to a nice, tall, supported seat on your back. Let your hands rest wherever they feel good. We'll close with breath together. Exhale out all of your stale air. Breathe into the lower belly and out through your mouth. Inhale your thumb to your heart center, your seat of kindness, compassion, and gratitude. Inhale your thumbs to the space between your brows. I humbly bow forward to seal this practice. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, Mom.